Hello and welcome to Plyon. This is for the class 7, chapter 8, human environment, interactions, the tropical and the subtropical regions. So in this first part, the Renika was excited by looking his uncle's photograph collections, where he has been to many places, and then she was excited to see the different people around the world wearing different kind of the clothes, language, foods, but the requirements are the same, right? Basic requirements are the same, right? So in this chapter we are going to learn about the different places and the different part of the world. So first of all, we are going to talk about here is life in the Amazon basin. So before learning about the Amazon basin, let us look at the map. 8 point. Okay, here it is. Let us look this map. Okay, in this it's South America, right? Amazon basin you see here in the middle, right? And the country around is Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, right? Brazil, Bolivia, Peru. And we see that Amazon basins are created and many tributaries are attached to this river. Okay, let's start. Now let us look at the map, right? So notice that the tropical region lies very closely to the equator. Now, what is equator, right? That comes the hemisphere in equally two part, right? Between the 10th north and 10th south. So it is referred to that to as the equatorial region. The river Amazon flows through this region. Notice how it flows from the mountains to the west and reaches at the Atlantic Oceans to the east. The place where a river flows into another body or water is called the river's mouth. Right? You must underline these things. They might ask you, what is the river's mouth? You can give this answer. Numerous tributaries join the Amazon rivers to form the Amazon basin. The river basin drains portion of Brazil, parts of Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and a small part of Venezuela. Name the countries of the basin through which the equator passes. Now let's look at the other part, climate, right? So climate is the condition for a longer period of time for the temperature, amount of the temperature. As you know, the Amazon basin stretches directly on equator and is characterized by hot and wet climate throughout the year. Both day and night almost equally hot and humid. The skin feels sticky because there's a more amount of the water vapors in the atmosphere. That's why it rain almost every day. That too without much warning, right? So the day temperature are high with very high humidity at the night, and temperature goes down, but the humidity remains high. Now let's talk about the rainforest. Now in that forest, they rain heavily, so they are thick forest, and forests are in fact so thick that the dense roof created by the leaves and branches does not allow even the sunlight to reach the ground, right? So it's very difficult to maybe see in the day as well. So that much of dark. The ground remains dark and damp. Only shade, tolerant vegetations may grow here. Now, orchids, bromeliads grow as a plant parasites. The rainforest is rich in a fauna. Fauna means animals, right? Birds, such as the toucans, hummingbirds, bird of paradise with their brilliant colored plumage. Oversized bills for eating make them different from the birds we commonly see in India. These birds also make a loud sound in the forest. Animals like a monkey, sloth, and ant-eating tapir are found here, right? So this is a tapir, and a top one is given here, right? Now the crocodile, snake, python around his here. Heard about the anaconda. Anaconda and the boa constrictor are some of the species. Beside the basin is the home to thousands of species of insect. Several species of fishes, including the flesh-eating piranha fish, is also found in this river. The basin is thus extraordinarily rich in variety of life found here. Now, people of this rainforest, people grow most of their food in small areas after clearing the some trees in the forest. Wait, that is called a shifting cultivation, isn't it? While men hunt the fish along the river, women take care of crops and they mainly grow a tropica, pineapple, and sweet potatoes. Now, as hunting and the fishing are uncertain, they can't. Sometimes they get something, sometimes they don't. So that's the reason it is the women who keep their families alive by feeding them the vegetables they grow. The practice slash and burn agriculture. Here it is. The staple food is a manioc and also known as cassava. that grows under the ground like the potato. They also eat queen ants and eggs. Cash crops like a coffee, maize, and cocoa are grown here. Okay, the rainforest provide a lot of wood for the houses. Some families live in the thatched house shaped like a beehive, and there are other large apartment like houses called a maloka. Okay, underline this word. Maybe they ask you the question, what is maloka? Then you have to give the answer. With the steeply slanting roof. Okay, life of the people of Amazon basin is slowly changing. Why? Because the environment they are clearing up, isn't it? So in older days the heart of the forest could be reached only by navigating the river. So through the river only you can reach in the middle part of the river. In 1970s the trans-amazon highway made all part of the rainforest accessible. Aircrafts and helicopters are also used for reaching various places. The indigenous population was pushed out from the area and forced to settle in the other areas, okay, where they continue to practice their distinctive way of farming. All right. So the development activities are leading to the gradual destructions of the biological diverse rainforest. It is estimated that the large area of rainforest has been disappearing annually in the Amazon basin. Look at this picture, right? Very much green, and then after some part of remain the green, and then only few trees are there. The rest of the part restricted. Alright, let's here go. The topsoil is washed away as the rain falls and the lush forest turns into the barren landscape. That's the thing happened to the Amazon basin. Now let's talk about the India. Life in the Ganga Brahmaputra basins. The tributaries of river Ganga and Brahmaputra together form a Ganga Brahmaputra basin in the Indian subcontinent. The basin lies in the middle in the subtropical regions that is situated between 9 north and 30 north latitudes. The tributaries of river Ganga like Ghaghra, the Son, and the Chambal, the Ghandak, the Kosi, the tributaries of Brahmaputra drain into. Look at the atlas. Okay, where is the atlas? Here it is. Okay, here you see the Ganga basin is given, the Brahmaputra basin is given, and this part have the Sundarbans located. I knew. Okay, now uh, the plains of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra are the mountains and the foothills of the Himalayas and the Sundarbans Delta are the main features of these basins. Oxbow Lake, the Oxbow Lake, that oxbow-like shape, the plain area. The area is dominated by monsoon climate. The monsoon brings the rain from mid-June and to the mid-September. The summer are hot and the winter is cool. Look at the map of India, find out the states in which the Ganga and Brahmaputra basins lies. Let's go back again. Here it is on the Bihar, right, and Kolkata are the places where it is found. All right, the basin area has a varied topography. The environment plays a dominant roles in the distribution of the population. Obviously, where the easy life people like to live, where the life is tough, people don't want to be there. So the mountain areas where steep slopes have an inhospitable terrain. So therefore less number of people live in this mountain area of the Ganga and Brahmaputra basin. The plain area provided the most suitable land for human habitats. The soil is fertile, agriculture is the main crop occupations of the people, where the flat land is available to grow crops. The density of the population of the plain is very high. The main crop is paddy. Alright, underline these things. Main crop is paddy. Since cultivation of paddy requires sufficient water, it is grown in the area where the amount of rainfall is very high. Okay, what are the other crops? Wheat, maize, sorghum, gram, and millets are the other crops that grown. Cash crops like sugarcane and jute are also grown. Okay, banana plantation are seen in the some areas of the plain. In West Bengal and Assam, tea is grown in the plantation that we know, right? Silk is produced through the cultivation of silkworm. It's also known as sericulture. Do not forget that in part of Bihar and Assam, in the mountain and hilly areas where the slopes and gentle crops are grown on terrace. Okay, that's also don't forget to underline this word. The vegetation cover of the area whereas according to the type of landform. In the Ganga and Brahmaputra plain, tropical deciduous grow along with the teak, sal, and peepal. Thick bamboo groves are common in the Brahmaputra plain. The delta area is covered with the mangrove forest. In the part of Uttaranchal, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh, coniferous trees like a pine, deodar, fir can be seen because the climate is cool and the slopes are steep. There is a variety of wildlife in the basin. Elephants, tiger, deer, monkey are common there. The one-horned rhinoceros underline this. This animal is not found anywhere else, right? It's found in Brahmaputra plain. In the delta area, Bengal tiger, crocodile, and alligator are found. Aquatic life abound in the fresh river water. The lakes, the fish are the roe, kaltla, and hilsa. These are the three fish varieties are found there. Fish and rice is a staple diet of the people living in the area, right? All right, let's go move on. Okay, the Ganga Brahmaputra plain has several big towns and cities. What are those? Okay, they are Allahabad, Kanpur, Varanasi, Lucknow, Patna, and Kolkata, all with a population of more than 10 lakh located along the river Ganga. The waste water from these towns and industries, they are discharging into this river, right? So this leads to the pollutions of the rivers. All the four ways of transport are well developed in Ganga and Brahmaputra basin. Yeah, so what are the four? Okay, broadways, railways, airways, and waterways. All right, that's the one. Is effectively means of transport, particularly along the rivers. Kolkata is the important port on the river Hooghly. The plain area also has a large number of airports. Tourism is another important activity of the basin. Taj Mahal on the bank of river Yamuna, Agra, Allahabad on the confluence of river Ganga and Yamuna, Buddhist stupas in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Lucknow with the Imambara, Assam with the Kaziranga and Manas with the wildlife sanctuaries, and Arunachal Pradesh with a distinct tribal culture are some of the places worth to visit. So that's the end of the chapter. I hope you like it. If you like it, please subscribe and like our channel. Thank you.